Jagaban?
Yes, Jagaban no good man now because Nigeria you get problem.
Nigeria get problem?
Yes.
Which problem Nigeria gets?
Rice how much? 40,005. This thing cost for market. Anything cost.
So no joy for Nigeria. Nigeria no be better.
No, Nigeria no better person.
Nigeria no be better person.
No better person.
Better person or better country?
This better country no good.
This better country.
Angry day.
Hungry day.
Angry day. Money no day. Work no day.
Money no day, work no day.
Work no day now.
So you know they work as you fine like this.
What you find now? You see me like you bad man.
You fine. You say you fine. You be
fine now because I don't get work now.
See, you just dye your head. You say money no day, you dye your head.
No day now, work no day now. Tinubu, where the buru work now.
Tedious to every Nigerian citizen because things are so inflated. Very, very inflated. A lot of things, scarcity, inflation, in fact, all over. Things are not easy to people, most especially the poor masses.
The poor masses.
Yes.
Do you think Tinubu will do something to it?
There's no...
Is he capable of doing this work?
Not as if he's not capable, but, the kind of...
The thing is, we all know the truth, and we all know what we are facing in this country. It has been happening. If you can observe the things that have been happening lately, the poor masses are the ones suffering this whole thing. So I think the best thing is for the military to take over. I think that's the best.
The best option is for the military to take over. Meanwhile, you want coup d'etat.
Yeah, if they will not compromise it. If they will not compromise it. Because everything lies on the hands of what's it called? The numbers.
To be like Nigeria, as the military personnel have taken over the government.
No, military is not the option. But the option is good governance. I would rather prefer that Nigeria should have a very good government that will take care of the masses, not military intervention.
It is a global thing. We hope with time things will change. There is no country that is not experiencing what we are experiencing.
Do you really think Mr. President is working towards it?
I mean, I agree that he's doing something towards it. Only it is coming late, and we Nigerians are always anxious.
Okay, now it's coming late now. Is it favorable?
Pardon?
As you see that he's working on it, when will it be ready?
That is what I'm saying.
Are we still continue to be suffering?
It's not the president. Attitudinal change.
Okay,
almost
now
all of us will have a change in
attitude.
Yes, we should have an attitudinal change towards making it. If you say Tinubu is bad, the National Assembly is bad, the governors are bad, what are we? What of us? If we don't change, they cannot come down and change all of us. So we must have what we call attitudinal change. And that attitudinal change will make us what we do to be right.
So now you're saying that our attitude is the one spoiling this country?
Yes, we are all corrupt.
Okay, explain it more further.
We're all corrupt. The issue is, if we are blaming the leadership, the followers should be blamed. Is it Tinubu that will come here and sell fuel at 800 naira? If it's sold at 700 naira, the same food we are selling in the market, even if it is high, people are looking for the slighter opportunity to make ends to meet, to make money out of us. So if we don't change from our attitude, I don't think we can do anything.
So now the problem is not from the president, it's from us.
All of us. It's a concerted effort of all of us to put this country.
Concerted effort.
Yes.
Meanwhile, conclusive.
Conclusively, I will call on Nigerians to be patient with the present government and pray that all the policies, economic policies that she is going to adopt should be able to work. So that this
Nigeria.
So do you really think we practice democracy in this country?
Yeah, we are practicing. We have.
In what way, sir?
It's our leaders. In fact, we need prayers. You need prayers.
We need prayer to our right.
To our right, and we also. Yeah.
Hey, my God.
That's it. That is it. Prayers can solve everything.
But we are not enjoying the privileges.
We are not enjoying the privilege because our leaders. We are not helping situation.
So with that, we are not practicing democracy, sir.
Even though we are not practicing, you could be praying for a coup.
So in short now,
No, coup is not good. Wallahi, coup on the road here, they will beat you everywhere. Soldiers don't want coup.
Okay, now your opinion on interference.
That is my opinion.
Your opinion on interference of ECOWAS in Niger problem.
Yes, the ECOWAS interference. You have to be interfered because our president is the chairman of the ECOWAS. As a leader, he cannot keep mute and be looking what is happening.
So,
But, it's a good.
to you now, it's a good idea when his house is facing problem. Why he is solving for someone's problem?
No,
your house is on fire.
Excuse me.
Then you are quenching someone's house.
It's a different. Our issue is a different issue with Niger. Niger is a cool problem for now, but our own is a other problem, which is security and other thing, and they have been addressing it. So please let us keep us praying. Coup is not good.
So we should keep on praying.
Keep us praying.
Okay, sir. Now.
Only God can do this.
Okay.
Yes.
God should intervene.
Yeah, God
okay, now how does life feel living in this country now, as everything is rising day by
day? Really, if I'm saying I'm not feeling bad, it's like everybody is feeling bad. You can see a bag of a rice is 40-something thousand a bag.
48,000.
48,000, 40-something thousand. Which is said the border has been open and it's not closed anymore. But there is not any impact. The poor, we are suffering. Fuel, when you go to a police station, is 615 naira per liter. So if you want to from near Busa now, you want to Mina, you pay 7,000 naira. 7,500. Tell me, my daughter is in the University of Calibo now. I finished the exam to come home. It's a problem to me. I know that one we have that problem. So please, the leaders, so please let them at least.
So in short, you are not okay with this situation we find
I'm not okay. Nobody will be okay. But coup, in fact, as far as I'm concerned, coup, I don't like coup. The ones who are just, they know that God will ask them tomorrow what they are doing. We have done our best. So
before tomorrow come now, what about today? How are you going to live till tomorrow?
No.
That's the question.
Tomorrow is we are living on.
And we continue to be suffering till tomorrow.
To what do we say? Like as an ordinary man, a laid man like me, I have nothing to do than to pray. Because
if it will just take us back, then it's not necessary.
So now, if the cook will really help us, we should like practice it. If it's not, we should just leave it. Okay, now.
Just leave it like that.
Just leave it. Okay, now, what is your opinion on the interference of ECOWAS on the Niger?
And my opinion is they should just leave Niger like that. Because the problem ECOWAS countries are facing, they have been is caused by the Western powers. And if we say we continue with this, then colonialism will not go. They will be colonializing us indirectly. Instead of them to come openly, they will not come openly. But they will be using some countries to be colonializing. That is what is happening in Africa now. Just imagine like Russia now, she's saying that if ECOWAS attack Niger, she will not agree. So that means Russia now have a base in West Africa. She has run from Ukraine, she is now back in Africa, she is looking for support.
So now the interference is not far good at all?
The interference is not far good at all. Because the problem we are facing, like in Nigeria now, the president is a new man in international politics.
Yes, sir.
And he doesn't have the experience of all these things. Had it me have the experience, he knows how to handle these things, he will know how to handle it. But as a new person, he's supposed to take it lightly through dialogue. If the dialogue did not achieve anything, then whatever they would like, they will continue with it.
So now, in short, Mr. President is not fair enough, and he does not have the capacity to rule the ECOWAS.
He doesn't have the experience, because experience is a bit different from capacity. If you have the capacity, it's a different thing, but having the experience is more important thing.
He's not well experienced.
It's not
okay,
well
now his life in Nigeria now. Is it conducive to any living?
Well, we thank Allah that we are surviving, but do not bear it. Actually, if you buy a mudu of rice, 1,500 rice, corn, 900, 1,000, as a common man, if you enter market with 10,000, you cannot buy a food of 5 mudu. Whatever you buy 10 mudu or 5 mudu, everything will finish. But before, if you enter market with 10,000, you buy rice, you buy beans, you buy so many things. But now, immediately you buy rice and beans, there's nothing left.
You think Mr. President has something to do about this thing?
He has something to do, because he contributed in what is happening in Nigeria now. Had it been the first time when he was inaugurated, if he keeps silent on the issue of fuel subsidy first, since fuel has become what will I call it, the backbone of Nigerian economic. So that he's not supposed to remove it. He's supposed to even study what is happening first. If you study, then whatever action he wants to take, but immediately he comes to power, he takes that drastic action. And you know how Nigerians are. That's why most of us don't rely on government. We rely on individual capacity.
Do you think he can solve this problem?
He can solve the problem.
How?
Okay, one, The first issue is those refineries. If the government cannot repair them, he should sell them. So then he should withdraw that first subsidy removal. After the refineries are being repaired and being sold, like 2 or 3
months, and we know how difficult.
As you are seeing now, do we practice what we call democracy in this country?
Yeah, at least people are allowed to vote. So that is the democracy the democracy is
that the only
people by the people and therefore
is that the only privileges we are getting from democracy in this country?
Well, the whole system, the governance is what matters. But what I'm saying is, at least things are going on the way it should. The way it should be. Though we are facing hardship. It is not restricted to Nigeria at all. It is a global something. It is not only Nigeria that is experiencing.
So this hardship is on global issue.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now your opinion on the interference of ECOWAS in the Niger coup?
Yeah, it was a good thing. They have to interfere. Only the method used may be faulty, but what is happening in any of the ECOWAS countries is going to affect the others. So when you see your neighbor doing something that is not good, it may affect you also. So
okay, now
we have to interfere.
So your opinion now, the interference is good, but the method that was being adopted is not good.
Yes.
Okay, what method did they use that is not good?
Well, when the military took over, well, they have not sat down with the junta there to discuss what has actually happened. But when the orders given to them, it was annoying because as an independent country you cannot be taking to us what to do. But as a group you have to find out if people are quarreling. It's better to hear from both sides before you take decision.
Yeah. Okay, now your opinion on this hardship you are facing in this country now.
Yes. Well, that's, as I mentioned before, the hardship is not only limited to Nigeria. It is a global thing. But we hope with time things will change. There is no country that is not experiencing what we are experiencing.
Do you really think Mr. President is working towards it?
I agree that he is doing something towards it. Only it is coming late, and the Nigerians are always anxious.
Okay, now it's coming late now. Is it for everyone?
Pardon?
As you say that he's working on it, when will it be ready?
That is what I'm saying.
Are we still continue to be suffering?
That is what I'm saying. Nobody wants to suffer, but things has to be done the normal way. You don't rush, or you make a lot of mistakes.
So you are telling us not to rush now. So we should be suffering till when?
Well, he has given us assurance. Although there is no time limit, but we hope before the end of this year, things will change.
So now, everything now is hoping now.
Well, it is hoping.
Okay, we hope for...
Tell you this best thing. It's the best thing. There should be a coup.
Coup is the best in Nigeria.
Yeah. What are we benefiting from this government? Nothing now. People are suffering. See, look at our markets.
So now you prepare us to have coup.
Very well, man. Very well.
Okay.
What is happening in Niger is worse than Nigeria. Nigeria is worse now. Nigerian situation is worse.
Okay, now what is your opinion on interference of ECOWAS in Nigeria?
That we have not even solved our own problem. Because you don't have the good training. If you have a good training, you will say we should go and fight another person country.
When we are still facing our own problem. So in short, what do you count it as?
Good. Big failure to the 2 terms we have. 8 years of Buhari, 2 years of Tinubu. Nigeria is a failed country.
It's a failed country.
Failed nation.
The thing is, we all know the truth, and we all know what we are facing in this country. It has been happening. If you can observe the things that have been happening lately, the poor masses are the ones suffering this way. So I think the best thing is for the military to take over. I think that's the best.
The best option is for the military to take over. Meanwhile, you want coup d'etat.
Yeah, if they will not compromise. Because everything lies on the hands of what's it called?
See the numbers.
that last week came out, right? Because they are the ones that will still want to have their own percentage.
So now, why do you want coup to happen in Nigeria?
It's obvious now. We are all suffering now. The individuals are ruling. They are not doing the right thing. The citizens are ruling. Not doing the right thing. If you look at the protest now, how everything is happening now. An old man left the seat. Another old man entered. How will the country go forward? Now it's not even they can't go out there to expect whatever he assigned the workers to do. So how will things go well? We are all just persons in this country. Please let the bread take over it process.
So now in short, military should take over Nigeria. Okay, now how are you feeling with this subsidy?
I think that aspect, all of us will hear them because people will be APC. I don't sure they get any position where APC go fit content mixing and then they buy cheap. They buy cheaper than the Labour Party and PDP. So we all are facing it. So if you notice say your business, they will pay. Add money so you can be able to meet up to your expectation and profit and all the rest. If not, you will just grant wash hand, grant Coca-Cola nuts for monkey and for fowl. So the best thing for us to do is just to adapt to the system until the right time comes for change.
So now do you think Tinubu is competent to be our president?
It's not.
But there's a certain time you said that you like what he's doing and versus some people, but now you said no again.
Because something is in their pocket now, why wouldn't they like it?
So now in short now you're not liking the situation we found ourselves in Nigeria.
You don't even like that man, let the man rest. As a person, it's not a problem, but based on competence and capacity, he does not have that quality to rule this big country. This is not Lagos. Nigeria is a very big country. I beg.
To be like Nigeria, as the military personnel have taken over the government.
No, military is not the option. But the option is good governance. I would rather prefer that Nigeria should have a very good government that will take care of the masses, not military intervention. Military intervention is not the best, but good governance is the best policy or the best government people will have. But democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And when you have a democracy in the state, people can be able to have their say and know that the government belongs to them. So to me, what Nigeria needs is a good governance, not a military intervention.
Okay, now what do you remember as the time that you are requesting for interim government? That someone should take over for some time then before we do the general election. So now what do you have to say about pertaining that?
The reason why people are saying interim government because they didn't understand. When there is a good procedure or a good laid down rules, interim government will not arrive because the procedure will be followed and people will enjoy the procedure. The procedure is this: when the person that is in power rules, another person will take over. When the person that is in power, his tenure expired or his tenure ended, another person will take over. Because government is a continual process. And before a government can be transferred from one person to another, election will be taking place. That election is where people participate and give out their mandate and give out their voice and choose who will rule them. So ending of somebody's government is during election. So when election is being conducted, the rightful winner of the election will be given the power to. So there is no question of interim government because government is a continual process.
Okay, now how are you coping with this issue of subsidy? As still is rising day by day.
The issue of subsidy, the people are suffering. People are not taking it lightly because the price of commodity have high. The price of food item have rise. The price of transport have rise. So people are not taking it easy because the poor masses are suffering. So people are really suffering.
So now, do you think Tinubu is working towards it? What is your own thinking towards Tinubu?
Tinubu is only a person, but he is the president of Nigeria. I know that a tree cannot make a forest. It needs the collaboration of those people he will select to work with them. He will have a lot of ministers that will give him advice and that will work with him. I believe that when they come together and put together their ideology and their agenda, you see that they will work effectively. So one person cannot overrule the country, or one person cannot bring a change into the country. So it depends on everybody, state and even the federal. So everybody can come together and team up so that the country can move on better.
So now what you are saying is that Tinubu can be blamed, but the people, the subordinates, are to be blamed, are we?
The Tinubu cannot only exonerate from blaming, because the people he choose determine the success of his government. So he determines the people he choose. If we can be able to assemble the right people, the government will progress. Because a mechanic who assembles a wrong spare part, definitely the work will not progress. So if we can be able to assemble a rightful people, the government will progress.
So now I've gotten something now that if the minister are the good people now, so Nigeria will prosper. But if the minister is selected as the bar are not good, Nigeria will still be the same. Okay?
If the minister he selected are not good people, definitely the system will not work. Remember the like of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and Adewumi Akinshina. These are technocrats that have ruled this country for a while. So if we can be able to choose experts, those who know what they are doing, the country can move on.
So now, for now, the success of Nigeria also depends on the minister nominee.
The success of the Nigerian depends on the minister which is going to choose. Those that is going to work with him, that is where the bulk of the issue lies. So if we can be able to assemble the right people, Nigeria will progress. Nothing is beyond repairable. Something can be repaired if you take your car to a bad mechanic. What do you think?
It will have more faults.
It will have more problems. You take your car to a good mechanic, it will fix it up. It will come back alive. You will enjoy it. So when they assemble the rightful people, the Nigeria will move on. That is my own opinion.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the time, sir.